How was that
for a button?
Ah, Stevie, what do you think about that?
Welcome to Good Mythical More, where less is more.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest. What are we doing here together? It's like we showed up really early for a plane to take off, and then we're like, you know what? We just got off the plane.
What?
Why are we hanging around here?
I don't
There's no more
understand.
plane.
I don't understand.
We've disembarked.
I don't understand. But I do have a thought.
Have you ever gotten off a plane?
Many times. Every time I've gotten on one, I've got off it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So you're with me.
Yep.
Have you ever gotten off a plane? Yes. And gone into a restaurant in the airport and dined.
Yes.
And then left the airport.
Ooh, no.
Never
It's time
done
to
that?
go home.
You've never done that?
Maybe once.
You've never done
Really hungry.
Never done
One
that.
time I did
Where?
that.
What did you eat?
In North Carolina, I stopped at that place in the Delta terminal where you eat the barbecue.
Did you sit down and dine up on it?
Yeah. I was like, man, I'm so tired. It's a long flight. Oh, let me just eat in the airport.
Well, that's what this is like.
This is like stopping in the airport and eating?
After you've disembarked.
Okay.
You don't have your luggage yet, but you know it's down there going in a circle.
No, I always, no. If I check baggage, I got to go get it.
Well, then that's not quite what this is like.
Okay. If you didn't check any bags, welcome to Good Mythical More.
If you did, you better get down there. And that brings me to my
No,
first
but I
one.
want to say something because I feel
What?
like before you get into the things that you want to talk about,
Okay.
I got something, a precursor to that.
Okay.
This is like a
It's- you know what?
pre-flight meal.
It's your show.
It's my show after all. The diagnosement is that it's my show. We talk about these things for entertainment purposes, obviously. To entertain one another and entertain the mythical beast, right? But the ironic thing, Link, is that people who are smarter than us, which is a lot of people, think that these things are going to happen. They think that there's a pretty good chance that these things are going to happen. And when you talk about something like, a robot assistant, it's not out of it's like, okay, sure, I could see that happening. Maybe they'll figure out a way to make a robot be able to not fall over, as it walks. And it'll have some dexterity. It'll be able to fold my clothes. Anybody
my
can
pants on for
see,
me.
put your pants putting on robot. Yeah, people can see those kinds of things happening. But when you say something like the singularity, I believe that the average person is like, that ain't gonna happen. I don't even know. What is he talking about? What do you mean they get
I
smarter
tuned
than
out
us?
entirely. when
Yeah,
you started
see,
talking
that's what I'm
about
saying. But the scary thing is
it. It's
that
been in so many movies.
no. But Ray Kurzweil, futurist, it might be how you say his last name. He's a smart guy, and he has successfully predicted all these different points in history, like things that have already come and gone that he predicted, like in the 70s and 80s. Pretty phenomenal. He's like almost never been wrong.
Sounds like a cult leader.
And he's talked about this thing. So what he's saying is 2045. That's not that far from now, right? That's like 31 years from now, if I'm doing the math right. And he's saying that at that point, there could be this day where we wake up and we're like, the computers are smarter than us. And we'll look back on this episode that we just made of Good Mythical Morning.
And we'll make it private.
Where we were, we'll make it private. Well, we're making fun of the robots, and it'll be like, oh, that was so funny back in 2014, but now look at those fools. They are feeding the robots grapes.
They are feeding the robots grapes.
Think about that for a second. My point is that we're having a good time, we're trying to entertain, but it's probably going to
You're
happen.
trying to scare us.
But seriously, what are you going to do on the day you wake up and the robots are smarter, man? What are you going to do?
Kill him with grapes. If you feed a robot grapes, he's gonna die.
He'll choke on it.
He's gonna die. You gotta
Choke on the
chop.
grape.
You gotta chop each grape in half.
See, all we can do is just be funny. That's all we can do about it.
No, I don't want to engage.
I want
in
you
this.
to be serious about this.
Okay, I'm afraid.
And I want you to.
I'm afraid. I don't want to engage.
You're afraid, aren't you?
How many times do I have to say it? I'm afraid. I don't want to engage.
But a secondary question is, do you really believe it's going to happen? Because I think most people are like, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys. That can't happen. The robots can't get smarter than us. We made them. It's just not going to happen. I don't care what these guys think. It's not going to happen.
What is the best movie to watch in the room here?
Terminator.
If, in order for me to appreciate the weight of this.
Terminator, Skynet, man.
The
Skynet.
Terminator?
All the Terminator movies.
That's the whole point of Terminators, man.
Well, Eddie, I've watched Terminator 2.
Only?
And I'm not going back.
Well, Salvation's the one where you actually see what's going on.
Salvation?
Don't bother.
Don't bother. It's kinda
Jason says don't bother.
Well, here's the problem with Terminator, though, is the faces of
And
the
Alex
robots.
just knows the name of the Jetson robot. Thanks for that, by the way.
Anytime.
They have skull.
You kind of moaned it.
They have
I'm sorry.
metal skull
What's her
faces.
name?
Rosie?
You're like, Rosie.
Very
Did you hear it
slowly.
during the episode?
I thought my brain had told me.
No,
So-
it was Alex.
Oh.
He was like,
Rosie,
Rosie.
it's my brain talking.
He was like dying over there.
Skull
Last
face.
words.
Skull face is not. They're not going to make themselves skull faced. But I guess that's what the people made. People made the skull face robots, and then eventually they took over.
Forgive me. I mean, I know I'm not giving you what you want here.
But you're scared. I just wanted to get from you that you're actually scared.
I
about
don't.
this.
What? Well, let me equip me with what I'm to do besides watch Terminator.
No, The Matrix.
Matrix?
The Matrix. Yes.
Yeah, they take over, man. What you need to do? You need to join the resistance.
Don't all the Hunger Games movies take place after?
Robots, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was war,
after
wasn't
it's
it?
like
No, it's not robots. It's
It's like war. and
Man.
faction.
That's like government takeover.
You got werewolves and you got vampires.
And Donald Sutherland.
That's like a government situation. Like government's taking over.
That leads to one of the things.
Katika. That's right. I just want to talk about supersonic jets. I mean, dang.
I think we should join the resistance. We'll find the first guy. We'll find the first bald black guy with glasses that don't have sides.
And
Follow
elect him mayor.
Follow him.
Elected mayor. For the robot resistance.
Morpheus is who I'm talking about, by the way.
If his name is Resistance, that would be cool. Let's name him Resistance.
I'm gonna be one of the bigwigs in the resistance.
We're not gonna be in the Resistance. It's like another human being now. We've named him. It's a guy. You're gonna follow the Resistance.
No, we're gonna be called the resistance. I'll give you a good job then, the resistance.
What are you? You're gonna be sucking up to the robots. You're gonna be like that.
It's reverse
guy-
psychology, man.
They're still watching.
I'm thinking about all this ahead of time. I'm preparing now. I'm telling the robots I'm gonna feed them grapes. The robots don't even want grapes. I mean, have you thought about that? You know, I'm just playing dumb. I'm telling the robots, they're like, oh, look at the dumb tall guy. He thinks we want grapes. You know, and then the next thing you know, I'm in there choking them.
It's like, that dumb tall guy thinks you're like crazy. He gives a mean massage, neck massage.
You got to be prepared to kill your Roomba on that day. That's the main thing.
I'm gonna cheer you up by just shouting out to supersonic jets. In the future, before the singularity, you'll be able to get on a jet and get to Heathrow in 2 hours.
Only got time for one movie.
It took us 11 hours to get to Heathrow.
I watched 5 movies.
Yeah, in a
I
row.
watched movies back to back to
No,
back to back.
Did you watch every Terminator movie?
What? They didn't have them.
Five?
They didn't have that on the plane.
Do you take Virgin?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
watched 4.
No, they're all. It's a Virgin. America.
Virgin America has us as in-flight program. Virgin International, Virgin Atlantic,
Atlantic.
does not have us. So I had to watch 4 movies back
I watched
to back. in
Lone
the part of it.
Survivor.
And that was the past.
I watched August
Time in the
Osage
future.
County.
Oh.
Great movie.
You liked it?
Great movie.
Oh, great movie.
That's a great.
I watched. Boy, I watched 5 movies. How can I not remember what I watched?
We watched Llewyn Davis.
Inside Llewyn Davis.
Good movie.
Good movie. I watched. This is so riveting.
The robots need to know, man.
What else did I watch, man?
I'll remind
The
you.
first.
Hold on. I'll tell you what I watched.
Okay.
Nebraska.
I had already seen that. Great movie.
I watched.
Best movie of the year, by the way, in my opinion.
Inside Llewyn Davis. Good movie. I watched an amazing movie called Saving Mr. Banks.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
My wife was watching that beside me, and she was laughing out loud. She's doing like 8-row laughter. Like people 8 rows away were like, "Arr." And I was like, wow, it must be funny. And then I watched it. I was like, kind of cheesy. And then I watched that Mark Wahlberg movie where
Lone Survivor.
Marky Mark falls off a cliff like 3 different times. That's what they should call the movie. Watch Marky Mark roll down a couple of different Afghani cliffs. It was horrifying. What did you watch? And then let's start a new series just called What Did You Watch? And then and half of the time is spent not being able to remember what we've watched.
I'm looking it up on the website right now because I'm so.
You watched True Detective episode 1.
True Detective, HBO. What a show!
It's not a movie, by the way.
It's not a movie, but I watched it. Where are the movies at? Okay, here, now showing. I'm going to tell you because I watched all the ones that we just said.
On the way there, I watched American Hustle.
I watched Dallas Buyers Club. Good movie.
I've already seen that. Good movie. What else did I watch on the way there? I watched In a World. In a World.
You watched In a World?
I watched In a World. I'm not above it.
Was it a good movie?
What else did I watch? It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It wasn't as good as the Jenny Slate movie, which was very similar, I felt like. Hang with us, guys. Hang with us.
I watched
The Smurfs 2.
I watched a documentary about Roman Polanski.
Oh, you did? Scroll.
Yeah. It was okay. I don't recommend that.
It wasn't good.
You weren't above that one.
We should have our own movie review show.
No, it's just movie watch. I watched this.
Oh,
Hey, man, I've seen that.
No, but you got to.
You know what I saw? I saw it.
No, but you got to be like, yeah, that was good. But you can't say anything about it.
Right. I think we've just done it.
You
Yeah.
got the Netflix endorsement.
Netflix.com/RhettandLink.
Clom.
Go over there and get you some free
I watched
trial action.
One about. I almost said Neil Armstrong, Lance Armstrong.
You watched that too?
Yeah, Lance Armstrong, the Armstrong lie. That's a fascinating thing. Watch that.
So again, I would just urge you to go get your baggage at this point. Listen, there's nothing else for you here.
And if it was an international flight, you do need to go through customs.
And if your bags aren't there when you get there, we'll bring them to you.
But don't tell them you have food.
In a van.
Don't tell them you have food if you have food.
Windowless van.
They won't ask. They won't really do anything.
How do I know where you live? You ask. Well, it's part of you.
I
When
just-
you bought the ticket,
I just
got
had
all that information.
cookies. I just had cookies. I didn't think that was like food that needed to be talked about. And I've eaten them all already anyway.
There's a life preserver under your seat.